David Day, Vicksburg Daily News here with Thomas T.J. Mayfield. How are you?
I'm great, man. How's it going?
Good, good. So, why are you running for office?
I'm running for office because I care about the people of the city of Vicksburg. I'm the youngest candidate on the ticket, and I want to bring a young, vibrant change to the city of Vicksburg. I have a lot of experience with nonprofits, with working with young people, managing money. So I'm really excited about the opportunity to bring that to the city of Vicksburg.
A recent report discovered we have 343 city employees and over 500 city vehicles, with only 300 or so in operating condition. What is your opinion of that? And if elected, how will you address that?
I think the first thing I want to see with the city is the strategic plan. And the reason why I want to see that, I want to see where the money is going and what do we anticipate for the city of Vicksburg by the year 2030. And that's employees, that's all of the purchases that have been made over the years, and try to find out what's the best way to strategically move forward with the city financially, whether that's with vehicles, whether that's with personnel, department heads. I really want to see where previous boards have looked at it to see what's the plan to increase and get better for years to come.
This is a multi-part question. According to a recent report, the population of Vicksburg is decreasing due to three reasons: the schools, a lack of housing, and crime, with crime being the main reason. Schools are improving as of last year. What will you do to improve the housing situation?
Looking at the housing situation, for me, the first thing is I would reach out to all of the personal connections I have with organizations who work on the infrastructure. That's sidewalks, that's housing, getting up to building code, finding the money and working with organizations who actually do the work in the city of Vicksburg. I have great relationships with the Delta Regional Authority. I have other relationships that I created with the Mississippi Kidney Foundations of nonprofits who really want to work with small communities to help them thrive. And the first thing I would do is give them a call. We already have that personal connection established. Let's work to make the city of Vicksburg better. The grant money is there, the funding is there. We just have to go get it.
Second part of that question is, what will you do to reduce crime?
The first thing I want to do is implement several neighborhood watches and associations in our neighborhoods. I want people to know their neighbors. I want people to not be afraid to speak up if they see something. I'm already meeting with different people in different parts of the cities, and they're telling me what's going on in their community. In order for us to reduce crime, we have to know what's going on. We have to know what's going on this street. But again, the police officers can't be everywhere at every time. We also have to give our first responders a pay raise to want them to go into law enforcement. And again, we have to implement youth programs to keep our youth active and engaged, both academically and athletic. Because if we don't have anything for our youth to do, eventually they'll find something to do on the wrong side of the law.
Will you support an across-the-board $15,000 a year increase for non-ranked officers, and if so, how will you pay for that?
Could you repeat it?
$15,000 a year for non-ranked officers, and if so, how will you pay for that?
I would just have to look at the budget before we make any decisions. I'm always looking for opportunities for those pay increases, but I would just have to look at the budget and see where the money is going to come from, how we can appropriate money into the city, and is it going to the best use? Where can we have to cut from to make these things happen?
The mayor and aldermen in Vicksburg are among the highest paid in the state. If elected, would you support an immediate 50% reduction in pay for the mayor and aldermen and an elimination of support staff to one administrator for all three?
The first thing I would like to do is look at what are going to be the benefits of changing the form of government. I know we've talked about the charter for years, but I want to see how we can strategically benefit the city of Vicksburg. If it is going to benefit the city of Vicksburg, I would at least have to consider it. But I want to see in detail, clear in black and white, how changing the charter will affect the city of Vicksburg, and then I can make a clear decision. But until then, there's really not much I can say.
Then that leads right to this question. There's a push among the citizenry to change our form of government to a council city manager form of government.
Right.
Changing to that form of government will remove the power from politicians to a professional city manager. Would you support a change of that nature? And if elected, would you work to change to that form of government?
I'm a firm believer in the people elect who they want to run their government. So I'm a firm believer in the elected officials, let them do their job to the best of their ability. We have a representative democracy, so we elect people to make decisions for us. So I'm a firm believer in we vote for a reason. And I want the people to put the trust in the people that they vote for. And that's the way I feel about the politicians and elected officials having the quote-unquote power in the city.
The street committee is saying that Ward 2 Alderman is not going to be reelected because he's nothing but a yes man for Mayor Flaggs. If elected, are you planning on being the mayor's new yes man?
I'm not a yes man to anybody. I was born my own man, I'm going to die my own man, and that's the only way I was taught to think. I've been criticized for it, I've been talked about it for it, and I happily go to my grave knowing that I'm not anybody's yes man. And that's the only way that I believe and will vote if elected. I will vote for the people. My name may be on the ballot, but the people, I make the best decisions for them. So the only people I will be a yes man to are the people that elected me, and those people, they get to make the decisions and sway how I think, not anybody else on their board.
What else do the voters need to hear from you? What else do the voters need to hear from you?
I think the voters need to hear from me that I want to be dedicated every single day. As you know, God isn't promising us anything. But the only thing I can promise you that I'm going to work hard and be dedicated and supportive. I'll come to your churches, your schools, any events that you have because I want to hear from you. I don't know everything about the city of Vicksburg. There are different organizations and people that I want to hear from. I'll be open, accessible. My door will always be open. You call me, you text me, you email me, and you will get a response. And we may not agree on everything, but that's the great thing about America, that we can disagree and still work together toward a common goal. So for me, May 9th, vote for TJ Mayfield.
Great. Thank you so much for being here today.